Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. This is Growing Wisdom. I'm here today with my good friend Henry Schmidt, and we have been talking about plants that give you some flowers that you can have inside. So these are flowering house plants, and we decided to start with the Cyclamen. I just love the white. And as I was saying to you before we started, Henry, these plants kind of scare me because I always find that they sort of disappear on me.
Well, it does to most people. Number one, they try and keep them too hot. It's really a cold weather plant. And it's a bulb. So eventually, like all bulbs, it will go dormant. You dry it out, you let it sit in the pot, and then you start it up again in the fall, and you'll end up with another plant like this. They flower for a long time because, as you see, there's loads of buds down in there. And they come in reds, pinks, whites, lavenders, blues, and if you keep them, we'll say in the 55, 60 range, they'll bloom almost all winter.
So one of the things folks may have gotten for the holidays is a Christmas cactus, and we've got some blooming here. Those bloom for a long time as well.
They do. They can bloom almost all winter. There is a Thanksgiving cactus that is a little bit different shaped flower. There's orange, there's red, there's white. This one, if you notice here, has two in it. It is sort of a pink and then the red.
Oh yeah.
So there's two cuttings in here to give it sort of a mixed feel to it. And being a cactus, you keep it on the dry side, and you can keep them for 30 years or more.
You know, Henry, I absolutely love this plant. I have one at home. I love the scent, and people may be surprised you can grow this as a house plant.
That's true. There's a lot of citrus you can grow. This particular one is a lemon. You can grow grapefruits, kumquats, all these things here as a house plant. And the big thing is they should go out in the summer to rejuvenate. You move them back in, and if they're not happy, they'll drop most of their leaves, but they're definitely not deceased. They are alive, they'll come out, they'll flower, and they'll flower like this all winter long almost, and then you have your fruits during the spring and the summer.
And you can see some little fruits forming here. I guess this is a lemon tree, so we've got some small fruits forming here. And if you're in a hardier zone, if you're in a warmer climate, you can leave this out
all the time.
Either in the ground or even in a pot.
That's
right?
true.
It's just for those of you that are in colder places, this needs to come in. It's not a hardy plant.
No, it is not. Dave, look at these plants. Another plant from Hawaii, Flamingo Lily. There again, it likes to be moist. It will take light shade, full sun, and will flower like this all winter long in pastel pink, white, greenish, red, just like the colors of the flamingo.
It's pretty amazing. It almost looks like the flowers are plastic. They don't even look real.
That's true. And as a cut flower, they will last 2 to 3 weeks in a vase if you want to cut them. The name is Anthurium or Flamingo Lily.
So Henry, we've got white, yellow, red, purple, and even a variegated with a little pink here. So what are these?
These are Kalanchoe. Subtropical, they flower for about 3 months in all these great colors. They do need good strong light or light shade, but mostly light. And in this, there again, not too many insects will bother that. Another one that's standing right by here are these bromeliads that you see. And one thing about the bromeliads, the soil can be dry as long as you keep water in this trunk that you see here.
Okay.
And once that flowers, it will no longer flower. So you cut the flower off, and the new growth that comes out are the babies. You take the babies off, let them dry out, replant them in the soil, and then you can throw mama away or keep it to produce more babies. And when this one comes up to flower again, then the same thing happens. It's a one flower type.
So Henry, this will flower like this once, produce those little side shoots. I can see one sort of coming up on the side, like pops.
Right.
And that will flower, the pop flowers.
That's
and
correct.
then once that flowers, no more.
Right, then that becomes the mother and produces babies, and that will flower. And that's on all the different bromeliads.
Interesting, only a one-time flowering plant, but really beautiful. I love the orange and the burgundy.
But one thing, it does like to have the water in the cup.
Okay. Henry, thank you very much. That was terrific. A lot of flowering plants for you. You can bring some of that spring and summertime color inside no matter what the season. For Growing Wisdom, I'm Dave Epstein.